the front, Sarah. Maybe in the front.
Well, first, I'd like to thank you guys for having us here in Austin.
Thank
Me
you.
and my best friend actually drove from Oklahoma City to come.
6 hours.
Welcome.
And we had it as a birthday present for us.
You have the same birthday?
It's between both of our birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
And I would like to know, what would you guys like to do for fun, like on long road trips and tours?
You want me to give you, or Sarah to give you some suggestions for your ride home? Some fun activities for the car. Sarah?
We have spent a tremendous amount of time touring over the last 13 years, and there's no easy answer about how to make the time pass faster than it does. Because a lot of times, I mean, yeah, sleeping helps. I mean, on the tour bus it's a lot better because we try to like function in a normal sleep cycle. We sleep at night, drive, blah blah blah. But when we were in a van, I mean, it was like an ice age would pass, because we were talking about this last night, we would finish a show, we would generally drive a couple of hours into the night, like 3 a.m., and then pick up a hotel or a motel, whatever, and then, or just sleep in the van sometimes if we were lucky, and then we would just get back up and start driving again. Like the first week, you're like, we're on a tour, and then by like week 2, you're like, you know what, I hate your guts. If you speak one more time in my general direction, I'll stab you in the throat with my shoe. Shaving down to form a sharp point.
So we listen to music.
Basically, it involves a lot of disassociating and looking out the window and thinking about the life you would have led if you just applied to college or university and become rich, married a lady lawyer, and just lived in a loft and had a dog, and just all the cashmere she'd buy you for Christmas. Just all the vacations you take, because your firm just was amazing, and so she just hired all these other people to work there, and you two just went on boats around the world, and just generally just dressed fabulously, and just learned 6 languages, because even though you have learning disability when it comes to language, she helped you with it, by getting you a tutor, came on the boat with you, something like that. Next question. Yep. Up at the top, any one of you, just whoever jumps right up, it just gets, you get it. Yep.
All right, I teach language arts, so I'm giving you a full prompt.
LA.
So, okay. So when you create anything, then there's like a million steps from like planning to creating to producing and all of that. And it's generally assumed you make music because you love it. But I'm wondering, what aspect is it that draws you in? Like, what suckers you into doing it day after day?
That's a good question, actually. Backstage, someone asked me what kind of question I would want, and that's pretty much exactly what I was like. I'd like a question about why we do this. So that was a plant. What suckers us back into it? I could not have put it better myself. Music writing is really hard because it's like anything. You have to try to. Well, for me, I feel like I have to come up with something original and something I haven't done before. So since all I know are power chords and then C and G, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna tune my guitar or put the capo somewhere that people in the audience are gonna be like, that one again? Oh God! So it's like you start at a disadvantage. You start at negative when you start, because you're like, okay, trying not to sing about my relationship, trying not to sing about love. Don't say love. Don't say heart. Don't say run. Don't say hide. Like Sarah has all these rules for me, and so it's like I can't use any of the chords I know. I can't use any of the experience I've had, and I can't use any of the words that I can spell or rhyme. And then it's like I gotta do it so that my neighbors can't hear me, so I kind of have to start off whispering, you know. And then there's like hours of just strumming along, and then you basically just hum, kind of like you're like. Move the capo. Okay. Love it like you. Then I usually eat lunch, and then I go back and I listen to all the voice notes on my phone, and I'm like, oh, but which part of that is what? Just wait, I'll tell you. So then like a couple more hours of what I just did that I won't do again for you happens, and then all of a sudden, a melody line or some sort of like rhythm, whatever, like a thing happens, and then all of a sudden the excitement builds, and then it's like 2 hours of blurry stuff that I can't remember, and that's probably when like the Holy Spirit comes down and gives me the song. Really. Okay. So then the song happens, and then you get into like the finite, like, you know, like, or the, sorry, not the finite, you get into the details, basically. Then you start fixing the lyrics and fixing the melody and like, you know, recording different ideas and whatever. Okay, so like now 12 hours has happened. Then you go out for dinner, you watch Damages, you go to bed, you get up, and then you listen back to what you did. It's at that point that if the song is meant to be, it's gonna be meant to be, because you're gonna hear it and it's gonna inspire you to finish it. Okay. Then I send it to Sarah. And then Sarah makes comments, and then I'll go out for dinner again. So now 2 days have passed. And then I have dinner, and then maybe I have like 2 or 3 mojitos. And then I come home and I listen to the song. And that is when I get suckered into doing it all over again, because I'm like, this is awesome! Okay, yes, right here. Sarah doesn't think I'm funny at all. Didn't even smile once during that.
Yeah, you. No, you were good. Oh, it's okay. Okay, you and then you, because I did meet you. Yes.
Alright, I was gonna ask, what is the most embarrassing thing that's happened to a fan in front of people?
Well, honestly,
So many things, so many good things.
a lot of the thing is that fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of what we do takes place in establishments that serve alcohol. So it's really, as one would imagine, like there's a lot of barfing, crying, screaming, throwing, kicking, falling, fighting, repeat. That happens at our shows over the years, 13 years, trillions of shows. Mostly that's what's embarrassing, is watching people sort of make a fool of themselves when they probably didn't mean to, like just throw down because they drank too much and act like a lunatic and then barf on themselves, and then they probably wake up in the morning and are like, oh my god. And most of the time we don't see that happen, or they don't know we saw it happen, or we didn't witness them being carried out by security with barf all over their shirt or whatever. But for those that do make eye contact with you when it's happening, and there's a moment where they step outside of their intoxication and they look at you in your soul and you're like, just happened. That just happened, you know? Those are kind of the moments where I feel sad. But it's, we've all been there. I mean, I have done that, not at a show, but I've been that person before. So that's usually the embarrassing thing. Like, I'm never embarrassed for people when they act crazy or they're like, oh my god. Like, I just think it's cute. Unless there's a weapon involved, in which case it goes beyond embarrassment for me. But generally, I don't know, people are just adorable. I don't feel bad. People get so shy. Oh my god, they write these letters or they do these things and they're so shy and so insecure. But we're so grateful for the attention and for the acknowledgement, and it's mostly just when we witness you in your real life in the crowd, like circulating and drinking and barfing, that sometimes we're like, wow. Check yourself, sister. Like, just too much to drink tonight, I mean, I'm not saying that to you. You seem sober, so it's there are those moments where you stop being you're not the musician anymore, you're the mom. Like, you just want to be like, guys, we know you're having a really good time, but like, raise your hand if you think you've had too much to drink, like that kind of thing. Okay, and then now the girl, you wear the white, glasses. Up you go.
I was wondering if you guys ever write songs that you want the other one to sing or perform.
Okay, yeah, so like all the songs that Sarah and I have ever written, except for Paperback Head and Sheets, we have written separately. And we have never once, I've never written a song, lyrics, melodies, everything, and sent it to Sarah and been like, this is your song. I feel like it would kind of like be like if I went shopping and like bought a bunch of clothes and sent it to Sarah and was like, this is what you're wearing now. Like, but more personal. Like, if I said to Sarah, you're getting a haircut or you're gonna like alter your body, like it feels really personal. Oh, a tattoo. If I said, Sarah, you have to get this tattoo, it feels that personal. Like, the songs come from, like, as my last answer, showed, like they come from a really intense place. It's a lot of time and energy and personal experience that go into them. So typically we keep the songs for ourselves that we write, but we have such an attachment to each other's music that like I wouldn't not play it. Like I just don't know how to play any of her songs like myself, like or sing. Like it's amazing how I've sung like Walking with a Ghost 1,000 times, but if you were like, here's a guitar, play it right now, I'd be like, I don't know what keyboard it is. Like they're such personal things. Like it's almost like we're two people in two bands that play at the same time. It's like instead of Sarah opening for me, she plays in my band at the same time as I play, and I don't open for her. So, but there are songs of Sarah's I wish I'd written. So, now I'll tell you. Let's just jump ahead to the part where someone asks you which ones those are. And you just tell them. The next person will be like,
and they'll be like, which songs has Sarah written that
I wish I had
that you had written?
I mean, all of them.
And then vice versa.
Yeah. Pretty much every song Sarah writes, I wish that I had written myself. I think she's...
That's sweet.
No, and I'm not saying it to be sweet. I think they're all really great. And also, I feel like Sarah has depth in her music that I try